Hello everyone, welcome to a final route for Let's Play Tsukihime. No, your ears do not deceive you. We have the final soundtrack on. Some of you might know what this soundtrack is. Some of you might not. I'm gonna let it rock for a bit, and then after that, we will be, I'll tell you what it is. So, it's been a little bit, it's been a hot minute, since the last part. Mostly because I've had to really let it sink in. Also, a new Melty Blood came out, which is like really big and I couldn't really pass up, but I actually had to really let it settle in because, again, I felt so personally betrayed that like right behind me right now, I have some figures of Kohaku and Hisui, and like I had to look at that Kohaku figure and think to myself, why? Why am I doing this? Is this worth it? But then, as time went on, and I let it sit with me, and sit with me it did, it feels better. And I 100% understand her motives, even if I highly disagree with them. So, that's where we're at. Now, it's a good thing I am now at the point where I can safely look at Kohaku because, well, we're going to be doing her route. So, who knows? Maybe this will be lovely, even if it is, as I know, a literal bonus route. So, I am gonna pull up, because I forgot to pull it up here, the walkthrough to get onto her route, because who knows, maybe it's like super secret, although I don't think it will be. Okay, well, let's head on in. We're gonna start from the beginning, and we're gonna skip on through. So, according to my walkthrough, we're gonna go home, then we're gonna skip, we're going to eat lunch in class, be a loner, we're gonna skip. Then we're going to go to the mansion, and we're going to skip. Oh. And here's the new choice. We're going to think about the girl by the window. Now, I will say, if it if it looks like this text has been read before, I got a little bit in before I realized my recording was not actually recording, so that's why. Anyways, so I think this scene, even some things might be marked as, I think a section might be marked as read already, but I got, I think, about 2 pages in and that's it. So Akiha isn't the only person I haven't seen since then. I can't remember all the details because it's been 8 years, but there were other children at the mansion around the same age as me. I don't remember their names, but there were 2 girls who were twins. The old man once said that they didn't have any relatives, so he took them to work as servants, and knowing the truth, that is sucky. Oh, that's weird. We played together so often when we were small, but I can't remember their names. I closed my eyes and cast my mind back. I should be able to remember. Oh, this is tremendously too epic, I feel. She was a girl who was always cheerful. So cheerful that you become cheerful just by looking at her. Yo, okay. Okay, this is going for a very different feel. Yo, this is kind of a bop. Yo, okay. Yo, okay, Tsukihime Automata. A girl with a carefree personality who was loved by everyone at the mansion. Because she was close to my age, I got along very well with her. And it seemed like every day we would run around the garden together. Let's play together, Shiki-chan, she would say, and I could remember her taking me out of my room after I secluded myself inside. She'd often laugh and take shy Kia's hand, trying to make her play with us. Maybe she was older than both of us. Do we know this, actually? Are they actually older? I feel like they are. Yo, this is a bop, though. Maybe she would guide me and Akia to play together, but once we started playing, she would just watch over us. Even Akia's tutor, the harsh butler, would say, I don't mind, as long as Star is with you guys, and let Akia out to play. Isn't Star like the secret glitchy version of Knuckles? from Knuckles Chaos. I'm sorry. But I'm much more concerned about the other girl. I don't know what kind of girl she was or why she was always like that. From the second floor, there was always a girl looking down at us every time I turned to look at the mansion when we were playing in the garden. She was the twin of that cheerful girl. She would always gaze at us expressionlessly. And God, now that we know why, oh, it's the worst. That girl would never try to leave the house. All she would do was watch us with those cold eyes. Was it because it bothered me so much that I thought she seemed so lonely? Most of the memories I have about the Tono Mansion are only about her. Well, in the end, I only end up talking a little with her. I wonder if those girls are still at the mansion. While I think about that, I take a white ribbon out of my bag. An old white ribbon the girls gave me at the very end. Frick. I can't look at that tree anymore. I can't... Like, I look at that tree, and immediately I feel like I get stabbed, right? I feel like there's a pair of hands, not at my neck, but approaching it, just ready, right? Like, it hurts now. No wonder when I initially saw this tree, people were like, oh God, that tree. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And now I know. And now it hurts. 8 years ago, after I was involved in the accident, the day I was entrusted to the Arima family, right before I was about to leave the mansion, the girl gave me this for some reason. I'm just lending it to you, so be sure to return it. Saying something along those lines, she ran off. A promise made under a large tree. The weather was beautiful that day. Looking up, there was a high blue sky I could just lose myself in. It was my last memory of when I left the Tono Mansion 8 years ago. I put the ribbon back in my bag. But it's been 8 years after all. Not only do I not know if they're still at the mansion, I can't even remember their names. Even so, this ribbon is precious to me. The time when my father had disinherited me. Rather than being saddened over having been discarded by him, I felt a warmness inside when I thought she was waiting for me to return the ribbon. That's why I wanted to keep the promise, as long as I still remember it. I agreed to return to the mansion, because Akia's now there all by herself. I left her for 8 years, pushing all responsibility onto her, while I selfishly lived freely. But there is something else. I really think I decided to return because of that promise. The white ribbon. Because of that promise made to the only one who said she would be waiting for me. You've already viewed this scene. Oh, so now it's kind of back to normal. Skip. You've already viewed this scene. Skip. Well, gee, I wonder whose room we're going to go to. Now, we've already seen it, but I'm not going to skip. Because it's, one, we did that way at the beginning, and two, now we know. Oh. Yo, this is... Yo, this is some lounge music. I love it. Let's see. Kawaku-san's room is... well, here, isn't it? Knock, knock. I knock on her door. Kawaku-san, are you there? Yes, please hold on for a minute. I can hear a cheerful voice from inside the room. I wait for about 3 minutes. Kawaku-san opens the door and pokes her head out. Oh, it's Yushiki-sama. What are you doing here at this time? Well... I was wondering if you'd let me watch your TV. Kawaku-san gives me a bewildered look. Well, there's no TV in this house, is there? I've been living in a normal house up until now, so it's become daily routine for me to watch TV after dinner. I guess I can't calm down without watching it, or, well, something like that. The more I say it, the more I realize I'm doing something stupid. There's something not right about barging into a lady's room demanding to watch her TV. Look, even Kohaku-san just standing there looking bewildered. Oh wait, no, she's not. I guess you're right. You've been living at the Arima household up until yesterday, after all. You must think this man should be kind of depressing after moving here all of a sudden. Kohaku-san gives a cheerful laugh. Let's see. Have you talked to Akiya-sama and Hisui-chan about this yet? You mean about coming to your room, Kohaku-san? Kohaku-san nods. No, I haven't talked to anyone about it yet. What about it? No, it's nothing. It just said I would have to turn you away if you already talked to them about it. Smiling while she speaks, Kohaku-san looks up and down the hallway. That's extremely suspicious now that I think about it. Luckily for us, there isn't anyone else around. Please hurry and come on in. It'll be less troublesome if we're caught. Yo, perfect timing. Please just sit anywhere. I'll go make some tea. Coughing to clear my throat, I take a seat. There are all sorts of little things in Kohaku-san's room. It might be thought of as a bit messy for a girl's room. There's also a knife on the back of the table labeled for Tanner's back. There aren't really many things you could call cute, but what she does have is a lot of things that don't look very useful. Rather, it has an atmosphere of a room belonging to an orderly, scholarly person. I know we're playing the shenanigans music now, but do you think her room looks like this because this is what she's used to? Living with Makihisa? All she would have known is a world of books and a world of magic, huh? Not magic, but you know, like the demon stuff. Ugh. Buried in the miscellaneous objects, I find the TV. On top of the table is the remote. Maybe Kohaku-san has been watching the TV up until just now. Thanks for waiting. Tea is fine for you, isn't it, Shiki-sama? Thank you. Please don't mind me too much. Oh, no, not at all. I'm sorry I can't do much to treat you. Kohaku-san says so, smiling warmly. So, the TV. What do you watch around this time, Shiki-sama? I don't have any set programs in particular, but, well, the news is a pretty basic one. I like to hear new trends. I like snob stories. What the frick is a snob story? I'm gonna Google it. What's a snob story? That's like a snob story? I almost wrote snob story. What's a snob story? Okay, I'm getting no answers. Okay, I assume from what it looks like, it's meant to be like stories for people that like social status? I don't know. That was just a weird thing. I wanted to see if there's a thing. Is that so? You seem like a very laid-back person, so I thought you'd be reading after dinner or something. No, I don't have such refined interests. I don't consider myself laid back either, but, well, maybe that's the impression I give with my glasses. Ah, you wear glasses, Shiki-sama. Akiya-sama didn't say anything about that at all, so I was quite surprised when I saw you at the door. I see. I haven't met Akiya since I started wearing these glasses. Oh, these glasses are just for show. I guess you could say my eyes are bad, but I think my vision is better than most people. It's not because I studied too much and went nearsighted or anything. Ah, crap. I had an intellectual image, but did I disappoint you? He does. The glasses do give him an intellectual image, and then you talk to him, and you're like, oh no, you're an unhinged psychopath sometimes. Not at all. I enjoy watching TV more than reading, too. I'm glad you're an energetic person, just like I thought you were. Yeah, thanks. I'm a little embarrassed. Faced directly with Kohaku-san's carefree smile, I can't help but feel a little nervous. I'm sorry. You came to watch the news, didn't you? Kohaku-san switches the TV on. It's already 9 o'clock. The news, as usual, as it usually does, rather, reports the day's events with a little exaggeration. Oh dear, looks like there's been another one of those serial murders. Oh right, I forgot that's a thing. Kohaku-san says to herself while sitting next to me, sounding not the least bit concerned. The news is running a special feature on the serial killings. The serial murders, which began in the neighboring town, are now beginning to be concentrated within this town. It's a pretty simple story. Late at night, he attacks young girls indiscriminately, and in the end, he drains their blood. It seems that last night's victim is the 9th so far. I wonder what the police are doing about it. Who knows? It would seem pretty easy to catch a murderer who comes out only at night, but maybe he's really careful, so maybe they can't trace him. You could be right. The clues about murderers build up as they kill more people, so if they haven't been caught even after 9 murders, he must be really carefully prepared for the killings. A careful killer, huh? But aren't these killings spontaneous crimes? It's quite strange to think of them as being carefully prepared. Oh my god, the amount of foreshadowing in this is, like, disgusting. You're right. If there's no evidence left behind at all, then maybe he's not a random killer at all. I can only think he's got it all planned out from the start for execution. The signs. I see. But then what would be the point of killing those 9 girls? Are they friends of his? Acquaintances? Probably not. If there were connections like that, then I think the police would have realized it by now. In the end, I suppose it's an incomprehensible case without motive or connections. Kwaku-san says all this disturbing stuff with a smile. Which now we know is literally plastered on her face. It seems like she's not really worried about this case. These murders are happening right in this town here, Kohaku-san. You're a young girl and all, so aren't you a little scared? I'll be fine, since the killer only appears late at night. If I don't go out at night, I won't run into him. Kwaku-san really is a clear thinker. It's perhaps a bit of a raw explanation, but I suppose that's how a mere news story should be treated. Bruh, that hits so different now. Sorry for intruding on you. I'll be counting on you again the next time I feel like watching TV. Sure, I'll be waiting. Kwaku-san looks up and down the hallway. I'd like to escort you back to your room, but Hisui-chan is waiting there, so I'll have to say goodbye here. Okay, well, good night. I had no idea bedtime at the mansion was at 10. Apparently there's some kind of unwritten rule here that no one is to be out of their room after 10. This rule gets broken so fast. It's still so formal here, even with the old man gone. Well, guess it's only natural. I'm also getting tired from my unfamiliarity with this mansion, so I obediently returned to my room. When I returned to my room, my bed has been made. Did Hisui do it while I was away? I'm glad she did it, but it's really more than I deserve. Scratch my cheek, then. Are you there, Shiki-sama? I can hear Hisui's voice along with a knock at the door. Yeah, I'm here. Come on in. Excuse me. Good evening. Ooh. Yo, smooth. Thanks for making my bed, Hisui. Hisui quietly nods in acceptance. Just as I thought. I'm trying to... No, hand. Yo, give me a saxophone, baby. Nice. Oh, I'm so happy I installed this. Just I thought I'm not used to this sick saxophone. Is there anything else you want to tell me? Nothing from me, but Akiya-sama has instructed me to answer any questions you may have. Yo, who's that sax player? Yo, we got sax players at this mansion? I see. There are many things I want to ask, but I'll probably get to know them as I continue to live here. Yeah. What I want to know right now before my sleep is it true the curfew here is 7? Yes. The main gate is locked at 7, and all the entrances to the mansion are to be locked at 8. It is also a rule that one must try not to go walking around the mansion after 10. Not even walking around the mansion? I've got no complaint with that, but isn't that kind of harsh? Aki and I aren't children, so I don't think you have to go that far. Indeed. It is a rule, however, so please abide by it. You are aware of the recent disturbances at night, are you not, Shiki-sama? Yeah, the vampire thing Arihiko was talking about. Well, as long as something like that is happening, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. What else? Do you mind if I ask an off-topic question? Yes, what is it? I'd like to know what kind of work you and Kohaku... Okay, so this is mostly the same, honestly. This is all, yeah, this is personal servant, don't hesitate. Yeah, I've read this like 3 times so far. This is all completely, we've done this. We've gone through this. I want to get to the new stuff. Alright, she's out of here. Hold on, touch her. She goes, what Chang? She gets freaky, which, oh my god, the reason why makes so much sense now. No wonder she's nervous about men touching. Oh my god, it all lines up. No, you're not to blame at all. Oh. Oh, that feels so awful. Okay. So we're nearly done. Oh man, good thing I decided not to read this all. I'm just carefully reading that there's nothing new. Alright. Skip. Okay, now for this, we need to go to sleep. Don't go on the main route. Oh, this is different. The howling continues. There's no way I can sleep like this. I can't sleep, but no, that's just normal. I'm sleepy, so I'll pass. Pulling the sheets over me, I stretch out on the bed. I can just think of the howling as something mundane, like cars driving by on the street. Today's been a long day. I'm mentally tired from eating dinner in this unfamiliar mansion and my conversations with Akia and everyone else. After all that, the howling is just background noise. Close my eyes and gently fall asleep. I think I just heard something. Half awake, I look at the clock. It's just past 2. It's been about 2 hours since I heard the dogs howling. The dogs howling has already stopped. The mansion is so quiet I can hear the clock ticking in the silence. I hear it again. Inside the mansion from the lobby. Could it be a burglar? It's not impossible. The mansion's contents are outrageously valuable. On top of that, with no exception here with no one here except Kohaku-san, Hisui, and Akia and myself, it's very insecure. I get out of bed and slip out of the room quietly. If it's a burglar, Akia and everyone will be in danger, so I can't let this one go. I'll just look down from the 2nd floor into the lobby. That should be safe enough. There's nothing there. No, someone's there. The figure that enters from the... Whoa, the figure that enters from the entrance and crosses the lobby with wobbling, uncertain steps is Akia. She's not going to her room on the 2nd floor, but to the 1st floor of the west wing. The only things there are Kohaku-san's and my old man's rooms. What's she doing at this time of night? I can murmur all I want, but there won't be any answers forthcoming. After gazing at the lobby for a while, I decided to return to my room. Well, we know why she's going there. She probably has something to do or went to go see Kohaku-san. I feel bad about sneaking around and watching her, and I don't want to just ask her about everything she does. Sleep, sleep, there's school tomorrow. I bury myself in bed and close my eyes. As I fall asleep, my thoughts keep returning over and over to Akia's hollow-eyed figure in the lobby. Now something seemed wrong. Alright, skip. Obviously we're going to greet Kohaku-san, which we've never done. Morning, Kohaku-san. Today is a lovely day. Yes, good morning, Shiki-san. Kohaku-san delivers her ordinary morning greeting with a smile on her face. Did you sleep well last night? I was worried you might be inconvenienced staying in an unfamiliar mansion and all. Well, no, there was no problems. I used to live here after all, and, well, now I've got you to watch over me, Kohaku-san. Oh, you're quite good at this, Shiki-san. Huh? No, I'm just saying what I think. What is it that I'm good at? Kohaku-san just looks at me smiling. Somehow I feel embarrassed when she looks directly at me, so I shift my gaze to the side. And now I'm looking at like a 3/4 view, and now she's like, oh, that's weird. Then I realize another stare, one which has been on me silently for a while now. Ah, hey there. I give a, it's like, hey, what's up? Give a light wave to greet her. Kia continues to stare at me, or perhaps glare would be a better word. Well, good morning, Akiha. Oh, you don't have to force yourself to greet me. Please, go right ahead and ignore me. After all, it seems you prefer to enjoy the morning with Kohaku. Yeah, on this route. Yeah, that is what it is. Akia's words sting. It's not like I had intended to ignore her. I just said hello to Kohaku-san. Please don't tease Shiki-san too much, Akia-sama. We don't have much time, and Shiki-san hasn't finished his breakfast yet. Well, that's Nissan's fault for waking up late, isn't it? He's just getting what he deserves for leaving everything to do in a rush in the morning. Akia sniffs. Seems like my failure to greet her was another point she was unimpressed with, in addition to her objection to my late arrival. Kohaku-san, is my breakfast ready? Yes, I've laid it out in the dining hall. Please eat up at your leisure. That won't do, Kohaku. Nissan has no time to eat breakfast at this time. Hey, listen, Akia, it's only 7. I've got at least that much. It's an easy 30-minute walk from here to school, so I can take it easy for at least 10 minutes, can I? Are you saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not some starving dog, so if you're going to eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. Kia's words really do have thorns in them. You've already viewed this scene. Yep. Okay, now we need to ask about Yumizuka. Skip. Skip. Now we need to... I don't feel well. Skip. Now we need to go see Kohaku-san. Oh, there we go. That's right, she's been taking care of me since yesterday. So if time to fool around, I should go help Kohaku-san. I guess she's just sweeping in the garden. If she's just sweeping the garden, well, even I could help with that. I psych myself up and head towards the garden. Guess we've never done this one. Oh my god, it's a broom sprite. Oh, welcome back, Shiki-san. Kohaku-san faces me with a tender smile. Thanks. You're sweeping the garden by yourself? Yes. The gardener will not be here for another There's a gardener? That's a character we haven't seen. The gardener will not be here for another 3 days, so I thought I should just straighten up these fallen leaves. Kohaku-san holds the bamboo broom with both hands. I know what's in there. She looks like she's really enjoying herself. Cleaning up this large area by herself should be quite a huge task. Ah, you're really something, Kohaku-san. I'd complain if I had to sweep this whole garden. Oh no, it isn't like that at all. It's my duty, so I have to do it to put food on the table. That's why I push back my tears and sweep this garden. Ha ha ha. Part of me doesn't think she's joking. Kohaku-san laughs and gives a carefree smile. Well, she certainly is cheerful. Besides, there are some things I do in the back courtyard, so when I'm not busy, I always check up on the garden. Huh? Things you do? Like what? Well, let's see. Ever since I was a child, I liked growing flowers. I gathered so many kinds of flowers on whim that it's more like a jungle than a flower bed. We didn't look at the garden ever to learn that there's her hallucinogenic drug plant. Ha ha ha, Kohaku-san laughs sprightly once again. But I didn't know that. I rarely go back here, so I didn't realize it, but I guess I must have seen something like a flower garden from the 2nd floor. I see. Oh, you like gardening, Kohaku-san? What kind of flowers? Well, lots of kinds, but most of them are morning glories. Ah, morning glories. Well, those seem like a fitting choice. Really? I always thought they didn't quite match the mood of the mansion, though. No, not the mansion. I mean, they suit you well, Kohaku-san. Morning glories are so pretty in their simplicity. Shiki-san, I think you have the wrong idea. The ones in the garden are Korean morning glories. They're a bit dangerous. Kwaku-san laughs as if something was really funny. She literally just said, while they look cute and simple, they're secretly dangerous. Also, are they actually? I'm gonna Google this. Is that a real thing? Korean morning glory. Is it actually? Oh my god, Korean morning, literally Japan Times, Korean morning glory is dangerous. Korean morning glory, species of Datura, is dangerous. Originally from India, it was used to treat asthma. Use in general anesthetics. Wow, okay, that's super true. Is that so? Oh, but Korean morning glories are still morning glories, right? Oh, interesting. Yes. It's also known as the crazy eggplant. Crazy eggplant! You know, like Joker, crazy hamburger, but crazy eggplant, or datura. The flowers can be made into an anesthetic. Yep, I was just saying that. Wow, that's what I was just talking about. The world's first general anesthetic, Tsusen-san, was made in Japan with the Korean morning glories as its main active ingredient. If you drink it by accident, it will cause dangerous hallucinations, so please be careful, Shiki-san. So that was the one she was using on us. I was trying to remember. I'm like, were those the ones she was using on us? I don't think I'd ever accidentally drink the flowers, Kohaku-san. Be careful what you wish for. I also wanted to grow some cactus and other cute things like that, but Akiya-sama was vehemently against it, so I had to stop. Well, yeah, have you seen that cactus's frame data? Jeez. It really is too bad that I tell you all these things, but cannot show them to you. Saying that, she takes up the broom again. I see. So you sweep the garden because you like flowers and stuff like that? No, that isn't really the reason. Actually, I'm terrible at cleaning inside the mansion. I don't know why, but I always seem to break something. Huh? I seem to break or rip the most valuable thing in the room. Well, but I don't do it on purpose, right? But Hisui-chan told me, "Nay-san, maybe you should stick to the family finances and cooking." How mean of her. Kwaku-san is still smiling while acting angry. But this is quite different from my first impression of her. You don't mean... Kwaku-san, are you clumsy? My statement is more of a blurted outburst than a direct question. Kwaku-san groans in disappointment. You're saying it too, Shiki-san? Hisui-chan is too cruel and says, "Nay-san, you're too slow." Well, Akiya-sama teases me and says, "You are not being careful enough." I don't mess up because I want to. They're so mean. That's right. There really aren't too many people that mess up because they want to. I don't know what to say, so I tried to become somewhat neutral. That's right. It's a thought that counts, so they should overlook it if I mess up 10 or 20 times. Clarkson starts quickly sweeping the leaves again. Well, I didn't come here to get in her way. Quark-san, is there another broom? Yes, there are many in the shed. What do you use it for? No, I just thought I'd sweep up some leaves too. Quark-san's broom freezes. That will not do, Shiki-sama. If you were to do that, I would be in trouble. Get in trouble? Who would get you in? Well, I guess there really is only one person who would. Yes, Kawaku-san nods quickly. Don't worry about it. I'm doing it because I want to. So, it's wrong for Akiya to complain. Oh, this is him saying it. If Kia has any complaints, she'll have to blame me, not you. Oh, that is true. Isn't it? So relax. Besides, it's more fun if we both do it. Shigi-san, you do not seem to understand Lady Akiha. If you did that, she would get angry for another reason, I think. I don't get it, but you're saying she'll get angry whatever happens? That's it. So please do not worry about sweeping. Still smiling, Kawaku-san says this directly. Oh, no matter what happens, Akiya will get mad at you. Then I don't want to make any trouble for you. Sorry, forgive me for just being careless. No, you were not being careless. I'm very happy you wanted to help me. Even though she says that with a bright smile, I feel bad because I really did want to help her. I sigh. Kawaku-san looks up at my face cheerfully. Shiki-san, did you really want to help me? Yeah, if I won't get you in trouble. Then, shall we go someplace else? Akiya-san will find us here, so I think it's better if we sweep behind the mansion. Oh, behind? In the backyard? Yes. Akiya-sama will never find us there, so we can sweep all we want. Here you go. Kawaku-san hands me the broom she had in her hands. I'll go to the shed to get another broom, so please go ahead, Shiki-sama. Please don't let Hisui-chan or Akiya-sama... Hisui-chan or Akiha-sama. Those are so tough to say back to back. Spot you as you go, okay? Trot, trot, trot. Kawaku-san dashes away with quick, light steps. She really looks like a mischievous kid. Before I realize it, a grin creases my lips. Akiya and Hisui don't seem to be the joking type, so Kawaku-san's brightness is quite charming. Alright, let's do this. Gripping the broom that Kawaku was using earlier, I covertly walk to the garden behind the mansion. She's the brightest, huh? The brightest ones leave the longest shadows. It's true. I've apparently already viewed this scene. What? What scene is this? Oh, we just go and have dinner. Okay. Well, that's fine then. Oh, and then it's all the Yumizuka stuff. Okay. Skip. And then we go and look. Skip. Skip. And then when talking about her, skip, skip. Hey, she's dead. And we're at something new. The door opens with a creak. With a heavy body and dulled mind, I make it back to the mansion. My footsteps drag behind me. The moonlight illuminates my figure, making it look like an exhausted ghost. My left arm hurts where Yumizuka wounded me. The bleeding has stopped, and the gradual lessening of the pain tells me it couldn't have been too deep. I reach the stairs. I don't even care about treating my wounds. Right now, I want to stumble back to my room and sleep like a rock. Nissan? And then, from the middle of the stairs, I hear Akiha's voice. Akiha? I raise my head. In front of me, I see Akiha, who's just made it to the bottom of the stairway. Akiha is silent. Something about her appearance is a little strange, but I don't even care right now and continue stumbling up the steps. Right now, I should just go to my room, so I have to keep going up the stairs. I dazedly make my way past Akiha's still figure. I have to get up the stairs. Hey, please wait, Nissan. Just where did you go this late in the evening? Who knows? Besides, what is Akiha doing standing here at this hour anyway? Trying to glide down the stairs as quietly as possible. It seems she was going to go outside just now. It doesn't have anything to do with you, Akiha. I'm going to my room, so don't bother me. Akiha gasps and cuts off mid-sentence. Nissan, you look... Her previously shocked eyes become calm. Your left arm is injured, right? Your clothes are pretty dirty too. Don't worry about it. It doesn't even hurt anymore. It doesn't hurt? That can't be true. You look like you could collapse at any moment, and there's blood clotted all over your left arm. Goodness, just what in the world were you doing, Nissan? Playing the saxophone. I cannot answer, and only avert my gaze. I can't possibly explain everything that happened tonight, and more than that, I don't want to ever talk about Yumizuka to anyone. Nothing much. I was just walking around and got sucked into a little drunken brawling. Answering simply, I climbed past her. But with a pull, Akiha placed her hand on my shoulders. Nissan, I'll get mad. With a weak voice, Akiha looks directly at me. With her face like that, I become even more unable to tell her what really happened. Just like that, time passes without either of us speaking. After some minutes pass, Akiha lets out a breath and drops her shoulders in resignation. Fine. I will let it go. Akiha grabs my uninjured right arm and heads towards the sitting room. Hey, Akiha, I want to go back to my room and sleep. No. I won't ask you any more about it, but so you have to let me treat your injuries, okay? So come this way. I can't help but be worried if you go to sleep looking like that. Still holding onto my arm, she drags me to the lobby. Oh well, this is just how it is. I resign myself to doing as Akia says. Treatment was quite simple. I guess it was really not that bad to begin with. After applying some disinfectant and wrapping the wound in gauze, my treatment is over. After finishing that simple care by yourself, Akia takes a towel soaked in warm water and wipes my face. All finished. The uniform is done for, so we'll have to get a new one prepared for tomorrow. My mind is still numb, but that sax brings it back to life. Akia really hasn't asked me any questions about what happened and simply took care of my injury. I'm a little surprised. I thought she would let Kohaku-san or Hisui take care of it, but Akia did it all with a smile. Her gentleness is completely different from the way she was from these past 3 days, and I think back about Akia from long ago. Nissan, hey, it's all finished, so please go back to your room. Didn't you say you would rather go to sleep than keep me company? She may still be resenting my words from earlier because she sounds very dissatisfied. There's still something wrong with my brain, but I do understand how much Akia is worried over me. Yeah. Thanks, Akia. Is it because I'm still woozy? I let my true feelings show. Akia's face turns red and she shrinks away from me. Oh, I don't think it was anything to thank me for. You would have helped me if I was hurt, right, Nissan? Well, that may be true, but that makes me happy. Stuttering, I finally realize it. I'm quite emotionally detached right now, but I'm honestly rather happy that, rather than Kohaku-san or Hisui, Akia was the one that treated my wounds. Don't say such stupid things. Please hurry back to your room. Or are you hurt somewhere else? Akia says so and shifts her gaze. Huh? Nissan, your shoulder, there's blood. Akia placed her hand on my shoulder. She peels back my shirt. My exposed shoulder and neck. Yumizuka's bite marks and dried blood are still there. Nissan, this... In that instant, the air freezes. The fang-shaped wounds on my neck. I don't even know how to explain that and descend into silence. Akia slowly leans her body towards mine. Nissan, there is still blood flowing here. Her voice is terribly taut with strain. The grip of her hand on my shoulder becomes stronger. Her body stops in a position somewhere between touching mine and not. What should I do? We should stop the bleeding, right? Her voice sounds delirious. Akia? I call her name while assailed by an unspeakable disquiet. There's no reply. Instead, I feel a warm sensation along my neck. What? My voice fades away. Akia's face is right next to mine. Yo, with this music, though, this is weird. Yo, this sax going. The sensation of rubbing. Contact. Wetness. Akia? My numbed sense of reason can't grasp what's going on. A hesitantly touching tongue. Yo, she's licking my neck? The red tongue that fearfully touches my neck. Shaking. The shaking fingers that embrace me, the warmth of Akia's body. Akia's licking the blood dribbling down my neck. But it really isn't anything to be alarmed over. It's just like what you do as a kid to stop the bleeding. No? But it feels so sweet I can't say anything. Akia must think the same way as she just, for no reason, brushes her teeth against my wound. Just like taking your mouth, just like taking your mouth and just like... What does that even mean? Bruh? All of a sudden, a sound comes from the lobby. Is it Kohaku busted in going, yo, you two are freaks? Akia pulls back. I'm so sorry, Nissan. Her face a pure red, Akia runs away. Ah. Left for myself in the sitting room, I reached my hand up to my neck. Her warmth is still lingering there faintly. Well, she didn't have to run away. I murmur to myself and shake my head. Licking the wound like that, well, I did that a lot as a child. I did that to Akia and Hisui when they got hurt. Oh, but that's just an act from childlike purity, only done as a child. Both of us grown up like this, now being the opposite gender. We really can't use that method anymore. What was she doing? She was acting pretty strange. Well, I guess I'm also pretty strange right now. As if in a dream, I can't really recall exactly what happened. Even what Akia and I just did, I just feel like it'll be a dream. It'll all be a dream tomorrow morning. That was weird. I wouldn't expect that on this route. And I reach my room. I lurch onto my bed and collapse. The only question is, did she get now Yumizuka blood in her? If that's the case, that's interesting. Tiredness closes in around my brain. My exhaustion is more in my body than my mind. My body must be trying to halt everything in order to quickly heal its exertions. For that, I take a deep breath and trace my fingers along my neck once more. I'm a little surprised. The 2 fang marks. The blood really was stopped by Akia's lips. That's interesting, actually. That's really interesting. Cradle Garden. Sounds like a Knuckles stage in Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, I wake from a long sleep. The sunshine from the window looks closer to midday than morning. Must be because of how late I got back last night. Seems I've overslept. Dragging myself up from the bed, I look at my hand. The sensation of how I stabbed Yumizuka remains. 2 nights ago, when I met Yumizuka and saw that hideous dream. Only yesterday was just a dream, but wishing it won't make it so. I have no clue why or how Yumizuka became a vampire, and I couldn't do anything to help her. No. Once Yumizuka had become like that, there was probably no way for anyone to help her. She was already dead. All I did was return that corpse somehow moving about, as if it were a living thing back to being a dead body. That's the only way I can think of it. But still, please excuse me, Shiki-sama. With that voice I had become accustomed to, Hisui enters the room. Good morning, Shiki-sama. How are you feeling today? I slept well, so I don't feel bad at all. Is that so? Hearing that makes me feel very relieved. Even so, though she says that, I don't see her relax her shoulders, or give any other indication of it. But I feel relieved as well. Because of what happened last night, the long night is over. Because I don't have to enter that unnatural world anymore, my heart can relax. Thanks, Hisui. You've always come to check up on me from early in the morning, right? Your concern means a lot to me. Not at all. It is my duty to be concerned with your welfare. There's a hint of happiness in Hisui's expression. Moreover, I feel I've been somewhat rescued. While I've been sleeping in a bed like this, Hisui came as always to wake me up. Which is that trivial thing, I honestly feel like I returned to my normal life. Shiki-sama, this is somewhat difficult for me to say, but can I? Difficult to say? It's about me sleeping until noon. I really can't do anything but apologize. No, that is not what I meant, but it is perhaps related to when you went to sleep. Hisui fidgets with her fingers as she struggles to come up with the right words. I did not say anything, but Akia-sama found out about last night. About last night? What? I mean, when you left late last night, Shiki-sama. I unconsciously turned my eyes away from her. Thought I managed to slip away undetected, but I should have known Hisui would still find out. Shiki-sama, your return late at night has gained the attention of Akia-sama, so I believe you'll be asked to explain yourself sooner or later. She's in the sitting room and may be angry, so please be prepared. I see. I got it. I'll be prepared. But if it's about last night, then Akia definitely knows about it already. And after that, it was Akia who took care of me while I was in a complete stupor. About that, will it be occurring again? I cannot stop you, but if you continue doing such things, I must tell Akia-sama. No, No, nothing like that last night will happen again. Everything is ended last night. There won't be any phone calls anymore. Yes, it really has ended. With these words, it truly is over. Yumizuka Satsuki is no more. For now. I'm excited. The vampire skulking the streets has vanished. I, with my own hands, sent away a classmate who said she liked me for all eternity. Dang, dude. Dang, bro. If only there was like 5 other girls who also did. Hisui looks at me with a painful expression on her face. Jeez, if Hisui's making that sort of face, then I must look terrible right now. Well, I should get up sooner or later. Hisui, is Akia still here? She's an awfully busy person, so does she have a routine on her day off? Yes, she does have plans during her day off, but today she is still in the mansion. She has plans, but she's still here. I don't quite get it, but I'll go get changed, so please head to the sitting room before me. Yes. Well then, please excuse me. As usual, Hisui walks away without a sound. But I forgot something really important. Hisui? Yes. What is it, Shiki-sama? Yeah, I forgot to say something. Thanks for coming to wake me up. It's a little late, but good morning, Hisui. Yes. Please, have a nice day, Shiki-sama. Well then, I should hurry up and change and head to the sitting room. Time to get chewed out. Time to get chewed out. You've already seen this scene. Don't have to get chewed out. You've already seen this scene. Don't gotta get chewed out. We can go and help Kohaku-san, right? To be honest, Kohaku-san has the hardest job because she has to prepare the feast for 4 of us. I think this is where we're going to call it for now. I think we're going to call it here for now. And continue from here next time. Because that's actually hella late. And yeah. I will see you guys next time for some more. Let's read Tsukihime now with the anime soundtrack. That's right, that's what you've been listening to. And to answer your question, absolutely we'll be doing a commentary on that as soon as we're done this and probably the plus disc. So I will see you all guys next time for some more Let's Read Tsukihime. Ciao.